You guys, y'all come on in. Give you a second to come on in the room. Fam, there it is. How are you guys doing this evening? Just giving you guys a chance to come on in the room. Hope you guys are having a good week so far, middle of the week. I'm gonna do my YouTube show tomorrow morning. So y'all go to my YouTube channel, which is Tariq Radio, and tap in and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Excuse me. If you have not already subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to do a live broadcast tomorrow morning, my weekly broadcast. I was supposed to do it today. I'm so busy working on the new hip hop documentary. I'm working feverishly on that. That's coming real soon. I'm so ready to get that out, and we're just meticulously going through everything to get all the details in the film that's needed, man. This is going to be a heavy one. I really can't wait for y'all to check this out. This one, people are very excited about it. I'm so ready to crush these lies because, as you know, this is the 50th anniversary of hip hop, quote unquote. The anniversary, it actually goes longer than that. It's hip hop is older than that, but we address all that stuff in the film. And because it's the anniversary, there are a lot of myths being promoted, and I'm just so tired of it. I'm so ready to just set the record straight. But you guys, that's coming. That's coming, so don't trip. But we in here. Shout out to everybody in the room. We got a comedy event coming up at the Hidden History Museum, September 16th. Tickets will go on sale in a couple of days. We're just dealing with the city. The city, they're throwing some new permit stuff on us, so we got to get that out of the way because we've been having these popping events. So the city is like, we got to go through some extra layers of permits now. So they're running that game on us. So yeah, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, but it is what it is. A lot of behind the scenes stuff going on, but it is what it is. But we got an event coming up on the 16th, and I will announce that in a couple of days once they give us the new permits we need. So now they're like, we got to have certain permits now. So you know how they do. But it is what it is, but we're doing what we do. What's up, D Tubman? I see you in there. What's up, Sir Major? I'm going to open up the phone lines in a minute to chop up game with the family. Before I do, did y'all see? Yeah, we know what went down in Florida with the white supremacists shooting up the Dollar General store. Now there was some copycat stuff. We always got to watch out. Whenever we see a situation like that, there will be some copycat um, wannabe shooters. And in Mississippi, a white supremacist tried to go up in a black church with a gun yesterday. Well, I think it was yesterday or the day before. And luckily, the brothers and sisters were on code and didn't let him up in there. Luckily, they were on code and they did not let him in the church. And, they called the authorities and they were able to get him up out of there and pack him up. But we got to watch out for these copycat cats out here, man, because again, these white supremacists are looking at attacking us as a religion, and they will go on the jihad. So we have to have our eyes and ears open. We got to be more codified than ever, ladies and gentlemen. And family, what we got to do, because it's election season, we cannot let these political figures sit here and try to rebrand what happened, because a lot of the Biden administration, they're making vague references to what went down in Jacksonville, but they're not putting it in the right context. We It's up to us to not let them frame this as a mentally ill or a gun issue. We can't let them do that, family. The Biden administration, they put out some kind of press release talking about, well, gun control and access to guns and guns this, guns that. No, 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 no. This is not a gun issue. This is an anti-black racism issue. See, we got to stop allowing them to run the Jedi mind trick on us. When they went and shot up that Asian massage parlor some years ago, they weren't talking about no damn guns. They were talking about stop Asian hate. They focus on not harming Asians. They made a whole movement out of it. When we get shot up, they start talking about some damn gun reform and gun control, knowing that's just the dog wagging, chasing the tail. You're never going to get gun control in this country. They're not going to stop people from owning guns in America. Never. They're never going to thwart gun ownership in America. And that's not the issue. The issue isn't the gun control. It's you punishing these white supremacists for harming us. Because if you say gun control, hell, they'll go in there and just start running folks over with their car. It ain't about the gun. These white supremacists weaponize everything. If it's not a gun, it's a car. If it's not a car, it's a bomb. Yeah. So it's not about the weapon that's used. It's about the people that's being targeted, and they weaponize everything. So we got to really be clear about how we allow them to try to reword things. We got to really check that stuff. Now we got a lot of folks in here. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the Root Work deodorant. Shout out to everybody who's been getting that Root Work, ladies and gentlemen. Man, so let's get a couple of folks in here. Let's get what's your name? Well, let's get Sonny, because Sonny's talking.
What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Sonny?
What's popping? Hey, two things. I know you touched. Have you seen like it's some video that went kind of viral about some girl was talking about Frances Cress Wilson or something like that?
Yeah, I saw that, and you know what? I'm gonna address that tomorrow. I gotta go. That's a slow bake. I gotta really go into. I'll go in that tomorrow because I gotta show people the video. So yeah, I'll touch on that tomorrow. Let's get what's your name, brother? Ahmed.
Ace. Ace.
Ace. What's up, Ace?
Yo, Tariq. So this might be a bit off topic, but I just came back from Brazil shooting music videos, and I know obviously you're successful with projects such as documentaries and releasing books and that. Now, I just want some advice of like the perfect rollout to obviously release my music video. So it's actually a conscious song. It's called Black Rebel. I shot it in Rio de Janeiro, and I wanted to bring like the aspect of like the Afro-Brazilian community to the world, because we don't really know much about that outside of Brazil because they speak a different language than I'm
Okay,
speaking.
brother. Okay, my man's trying to promote his video. Okay, this is not the platform to promote just random stuff. All right. Well, you can roll it out, whatever. But my man is basically trying to promote your stuff. And all right, we're talking about something else. All right. What's your name?
Hey, Tariq.
What's up, man?
Hey, so I was looking up your Wikipedia and it says your name is Tariq Nasheed. Are you a 5%er? What's your slave name, nigga?
Okay, this is one of these Somalian tethers.
Why are you calling me a Somalian? Why are you calling me a tether, brother?
And my thing is, why you sound hungry. You sound very hungry. I don't know why y'all hungry little frail dudes try to sound tough. I can hear the hunger in your voice. Your little chest is all small and your little rib cage is showing. Why do y'all try to sound tough? What's wrong with you guys? I mean, do y'all know how unconvincing that is?
Hey, brother, listen. First of all, I just want to say, like, can you
But slow down. But really, y'all, please stop trying to talk tough. It doesn't work, man. You sound frail, sickly, your head big, your body little, look like a little Pez dispenser. It's just not convincing. Please stop doing that and embarrassing yourself. You sound frail, hungry, and sickly. Now talk like you got some sense. Now what's on your mind? Why are you so angry at foundational Black Americans, sir? Talk. What's on your mind?
I'm not really angry at foundational Black
Yes,
Americans.
you are. Yes, you are. With that kind of weird energy, there's some kind of passive aggressive anger there.
I'm only angry with you, brother.
No, it's not me. I'm just the vessel for your anger. Why are you angry at foundational Black Americans?
Because you keep saying that we fled, we have no culture, and that's not true. We didn't flee.
Where are you now?
I'm in Denver, Colorado.
You fled, sir. That's called fleeing.
That's not really called fleeing,
It
brother.
is, sir.
That's called migrating.
No, oh, no, 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 no. That's fleeing, sir. You
Okay, where's your family from?
from North Carolina and Alabama.
Why aren't you in North Carolina or Alabama? Did you fled?
No,
Why are you in California?
because this is my country.
This is your country,
Yes,
right?
it is. Yep, it's my country because
Well,
you know what, my tax dollars are funding the state of California. When I was in Alabama, my tax dollars were still funding California. So I'm moving to where my tax dollars are going, where my
okay.
family built. You are coming to a place that other people built, and you're being very disrespectful. That makes you a fleeing tether, sir.
I'm not being disrespectful, but what I'm
You
saying
are.
is I also pay taxes as well,
Oh no no
so
no no no
I
no
have
no
a
no
right
no
to
no
be
no no
here
no no
just
no
as
no
much.
no 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 no. When you came here, you weren't paying anything. You came over here and you pulled up a chair and you started eating, sir. You couldn't pay taxes because you didn't have anything in your homeland. That's why you fled. So you don't come here being disrespectful, talking about what's your slave name. That's disrespectful to foundational Black Americans, period. When there
Okay.
is slavery over there in East Africa now that you fled from, sir. You understand?
Um, there's no slavery in Somalia.
Sir, they're getting those Somalis and East Africans and taking their asses up there to Morocco and Algeria and them other places and selling them on the coast right now, sir, if you don't stop.
It's not in Somalia, but
They're taking
slavery
Somalians
still
and some of
exists.
those other East Africans, Somalis too. They take a lot of
Okay.
y'all from East Africa and take you up there to North Africa and start selling you off, sir. They're doing that now. So don't play
I,
games.
I think I've heard something similar to it, but it's just that when Somalis try to leave the country and go to Europe, they have to go through North Africa, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when, the Libyan pirates and all that stuff, that's when they
Yes.
kidnap them, hold them for ransom and all that stuff.
Yes.
But slavery
Exactly.
does exist.
That's slavery, sir. They're
But I'm just
selling them
saying,
off as slaves. So don't try to play that game because you fled from the slavery going on in your homeland now.
I never fled because of slavery.
Sir, but yeah,
I didn't flee at all, brother.
you didn't do anything about it, sir. You got slavery in your homeland now, and you're fleeing
I
the
am doing something about
degradation,
it
sir. You're fleeing, yes, and you're welcome
because
because because if
when
it
we
weren't
come
for
to America, when we
Baba Doodoo, if it weren't for us, you would still be over there brushing a llama's fur. All right. So you better show thanks to us. All right.
look,
Go ahead. Baba Doodoo, go ahead, bro.
I feel like foundational Black Americans also fled too, in a sense, because
We didn't flee nothing.
I'll tell you why.
We didn't flee nowhere.
I'll tell you why, brother.
But you know what you're about to do is just make up some jive ass
I'm not going to
scenario.
make up something.
We didn't flee nowhere.
Okay, because if you look up the Great Migration,
Don't
black people.
okay. The Great Migration, and a lot of tethers try to make that out to be some kind of fleeing thing. There were some black people who moved north to where their tax dollars were, and most black people stayed in the South. So we weren't fleeing anything. We were going where our tax dollars go. Our labor built the North too. We built the entire United States. So we're moving around to where we built. That ain't fleeing, sir. This is ours.
What I would say is the reason why the Great Migration happened is because of rabid racism and because of poverty.
Well,
Now, because of that,
so,
millions of foundational Black Americans fled the South and to the
well,
North.
wasn't fleeing because black folks were going back and forth to the south. We didn't just go up north and stay like you guys. You tethers, you come here, you never go back. We always went back and forth to the south, sir. So it wasn't no fleeing. We went back to the south. We were cool, and there was racism in the north. We weren't tripping on the racism. There were more job opportunities because of the war economy. So we took advantage of some of the job efforts that were popping off. So we were used to the racism. We weren't fleeing anything, sir. We were just moving to where our tax dollars were going. That's a big difference. This is our house. And if you are in one part of the house, that's cool. Another part of the house might be a little warmer at a certain time. You move to that other side of the house, but it's still your house. It's a big difference from fleeing and then eating off somebody else and then being disrespectful. You understand that?
But I feel like it's also my house as well because
No,
it's the
no, it's
sweat of
not.
Africa.
No, it's not, sir. It's not because you didn't build this.
The
You
sons
didn't
and
build.
daughters of Africa did.
Sir, please, because you didn't build nothing over there. You didn't build nothing there, nor did you build anything here. You just pulled up a plate and a chair and started eating, and then started being disrespectful, which is what you're not going to do. So you got to understand your place in this game. You understand?
But what I'm saying is, I'm just using your own logic in regards to the fleeing part. I don't believe that you guys fled, and I also don't believe that we fled as well. You
But you
know,
did. You did.
I did not flee. I did not flee. I was not a refugee. I'm an immigrant.
Right. But
That's not fleeing.
it is fleeing.
If you go from one part of the country or one part of the world to another part of the world because of better economic standards, is that really fleeing? I
Yeah,
mean, what?
because that means you couldn't get it popping on your own. And the problem is y'all come over here and you have so much disrespect for the people who made it possible for you to flee. See, that's where you're going to cut the bullshit out. Because if it weren't for us, you wouldn't have a place to come to. That's why the disrespect is just not going to happen. You understand?
Let me tell you something. Um, Dr. Khalid taught us that Africa is not our home; it is our throne. 196 million square miles of the planet Earth is our home. So I have a right to be here
But your
just as much
ass
as you.
ain't, but you're not on the throne. You're not on your throne. You're over here on our throne that we built. We built a throne for you to come up here and chill on.
And a
So
lot of us,
you're not on your throne back home because it's not popping.
a lot of
And
us send money back home. So it's
oh
not
yeah,
like we're
y'all
here
always
being
say that.
selfish.
Y'all
We're
always say
we're we're,
that.
we're literally financing our brethren in Somalia.
So
We're
do well
supporting
then,
our own.
sir. You're not. You're just fleeing, and
My
everybody's
name is
taking
Ahmed.
to flee. Y'all taking turns to flee, sir. Y'all, you don't have it popping over there, sir. Stop trying to sell the
It
Wakanda
isn't
pack.
popping over there because of a global system of white supremacy.
There's
You
white
should know
supremacy,
about
and
it, brother.
there's white supremacy here, and we ain't fleeing. So yeah,
But it's
what's your
not. It's
excuse?
not. I mean,
It's not what?
the economic situation in Somalia is way worse. You know,
Because y'all flee.
the
That's why.
European powers and
Because
the
y'all flee.
Western world in general, they
Because you're
have Africa in a chokehold.
because
So
you flee and don't make it better. That's why it's in a chokehold. The economic
it's not really
situation was
fleeing
bad
though.
here too, but we didn't flee. We stayed here and said, "Hey, we're gonna get some of ours." See, that's the big difference, sir.
There's many foundational Black Americans who left to Liberia, to Canada,
So,
to Europe. Is
sir,
that
stop.
fleeing?
A handful. That's not even significant, sir. They
Okay,
don't even count. A
it's a
very
handful,
small
right?
handful. A
It's a handful,
very
right?
small handful, and they don't even matter. They're
You
so
would
insignificant.
say
It doesn't matter.
it's less than 1%, right?
Way less. It doesn't. It's a
Okay,
blip on the radar. It doesn't even matter. The
less than
insignificant.
less than one
I don't
percent.
give a. I don't care what less than or whatever. It's so small. It's not even significant. That's not. It's a non sequitur.
But I'm also saying less than 1% of the Somali population left Somalia. The majority, millions and millions of Somalis are still in Somalia. So it's
Because there's a limit to how you can flee. Hell, if it were not a limit, all of you would leave. To be honest, so many of you would leave. Y'all don't want to be over there like that. Let's keep it a
with
buck.
these
They
open
just
borders,
they just have a limit. There's only a few places you can flee to.
but
You understand?
everybody would too. Even those in the UK,
Dude,
if they could pick, they would
okay,
come
listen,
to
no, 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 no,
America.
no, no, because you guys are trying to flee to other places, and other places are not taking you. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all go to other places and get rejected.
But with these open borders right now, it's easier now than
No, no, no,
ever
no,
to
no, no,
leave.
because
But
no, we're
still,
not going to
Somalis are
rewrite. No,
not
no,
leaving.
let's not rewrite history. You guys try to leave all the time. Other places don't take you. And a lot of you can't make it over here. And the lucky ones who do make it over here, that's like the lottery. You're so grateful. That's why don't be disrespectful because the
I
only
am
reason,
grateful to be here.
no, because no, if you open up your goddamn mouth talking about what's your slave name, nigga, nah,
I was
nah,
just
nah,
joking at
nah,
first.
nah, 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 nah. We don't do that now.
Well,
No, not
your
because
middle
not no
name,
no 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 disrespect to me or any other foundational Black American at all. Because if it were not for me and my ancestors making a lane for you to come over here, again, you would be still over there in a hut eating some damn injera, digging a turd out your ass right now. All right? That's the long and short of it. So you're just not going to be disrespectful in any sense of the word.
but I feel like your middle name is disrespectful to
It
my
doesn't mean
religion.
that doesn't matter. You nigga, I can call myself Moonbeam Chocolate Cake. It doesn't matter. I'm on my homeland that my family built, nigga. So I can call myself anything I want to call
I
myself.
feel like you're stealing from our
It,
religion by
sir,
placing our God as your
sir,
middle name. Can you
stop it, sir.
apologize?
You're not an Arab. That's another problem. You guys don't have an
I'm Muslim.
identity. You're not an Arab. And that's another thing. Y'all want to identify with the Arabs so bad.
No,
You're not
fuck
an
the
Arab,
Arabs.
and
I
that's
don't
why.
support the Arabs at all.
And that's yes, you do.
I
You
swear to
want
God, I do not.
a lot of you are wannabe Arabs, and that's why you don't have a cultural identity that's any significance. And
That's
this is why the culture is failed over there, because you want to be something that you're not, and you're not standing on any pride in your homeland, sir.
it's rich coming
That's
from
the
you when your name is
yes.
Tariq
Doesn't
Nasheed.
but
Look in the
Tariq not
mirror.
but I am a foundational Black American who can
Why do
call
you have an
myself
Arabian
anything.
name?
But because I'm a foundational Black American and I can do what the hell
Doesn't
I
make
want to
sense.
on my homeland, I can do whatever I want to do on my homeland, sir. But you can't. You have to flee.
I'm also in my homeland in a sense because
No,
black people are the
no, you're
first in
not.
North
No, you're
America.
not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, sir. This is not your homeland, sir. This is the land you fled to, thanks to us, and we gave you a lane, and you should be very thankful, sir. Right?
I am thankful to those who came before, but
But
I'm
you're
just
not.
saying
You're not.
I have a problem with your rhetoric, saying that we fled, we
You
have
did,
no
and you
culture and all that
fled, and
stuff.
you know you fled, sir. You know the
That's not
stuff.
fleeing though. Okay,
Yes,
so
it is.
every
See, no,
person,
no, 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 no. You did flee, and you guys know you fled, and you have a lot of shame about fleeing. That's why you want to project a lot of your stuff onto us, and we're not letting you project your failure onto us because you're part of the tether class. And the tether class is always coming around us trying to project and always trying to undermine and do little weird shit that got you undermined back in your homeland. And we're not allowing that to happen, sir. Do you understand that?
yes, I do, but
All right.
you talk about slavery, there's also still a form of oppression and slavery going on here. You're a slave to your car note. I mean, some people are
Dude,
actual
that's a
literal
reach.
slaves in a way.
That's a
So
reach. You're just reaching at this point, sir.
what I'm
You're
saying
just
is,
reaching.
it's not really popping like that over here as well because of
If
not
it
in
weren't,
comparison to
dude,
Somalia.
if it weren't, y'all wouldn't be busting your asses to flee over here if it wasn't popping like that, sir.
Do you
Don't,
consider every migrant who
Baba Doodoo, go ahead. Baba Doodoo, go ahead.
do you consider every person who immigrates to this country as somebody who fled?
Not everybody,
So
but
why is it just us? Do you hate
because
us?
you actually fled and you have contempt for the people that help you get the hell up out of the failed homeland of yours,
Because of the
sir.
global system of white supremacy, that's why Africa is in that condition. You know that. You fight white supremacy, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Don't you
But we
agree with me,
didn't
brother?
but we didn't flee though. I respect what they're doing over there in Gabon right now. They're getting the white supremacists up out of there.
Me too. Me too.
They're staying and fighting on their homeland. I stand with that.
Absolutely.
I
Me
love
too.
that.
Me too,
I got a
brother. Me
lot
too.
of respect for them brothers. I do not have respect for anybody who flees after they fail their homeland and then come over here after me and my ancestors help you get a lane to come and eat, and then you have any type of damn disrespect. I got a real problem with that.
It's not disrespect. I mean,
It's
what I'm
much
saying is,
disrespect. Anyway, let me get some more people because I don't want to hear
all right.
talk
Thank
about.
thank you.
CC, come on in here, young lady.
Okay, stop making me laugh. That boy is hilarious. Uh,
Lord.
Real quick, peace, love, and reparations to the room. Just hear me out for a hot second. First of all, I hope everybody listening, that was so asinine. And as a woman, it's sad when I hear particularly melanated immigrant men making all of these excuses for the cowardice of their lineage. Like, it's super sad. It's almost hurtful to hear. But anyway, everything he said is so asinine.
Yeah.
He says we fled. We can travel anywhere in the US and be comfortable. And
Right.
right, on the continent of Africa, some of them can't even go 15 minutes from their village or their tribe without worrying about getting killed, let alone if you're not fleeing, why didn't you go to another country in Africa?
Right.
Like, it makes no sense. And then in closing, the part that we all need to understand is they have a schizophrenic, I call it a schizophrenic identity crisis. Statistically, they say it's hard for all immigrants to travel anywhere in the world and have to give up their culture or try to assimilate. But to come and have to be in the shadow of the great black and beautiful, black American freedmen, they try to shoehorn into our culture so badly. It's
Yeah.
just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, sis. Oh man. Yeah, man. You notice all when I hate when people try to get us to not look at our direct lineage here. Yeah, y'all notice they always come over here and try to Africanize us. We all from the motherland and shit. We all Africa's our throne. We all from. I, I'm so sick of people trying to sell us the Wakanda package. I'm not dissing Africa. Much love to Africa, but I don't come over here trying to sell us the Wakanda package. We ain't trying to hear that because y'all always over here selling the package. If it's so popping, why aren't you over there selling the package? You're always over here trying to tell us y'all need to be over there. It's really popping where I just fled. I mean, where I just left from. Oh, we're just not buying it no more. We're just not gonna buy it no more. We know there's a reason you got the hell up out of there. I'm not trying to denigrate the brothers and sisters. There again, I love what they're doing in Gabon right now. They're stepping up. I like when some of those African nations are getting the imperialist up out of there. I'm with them 100%. I stand with them. Julius Malema, that's my idol. I love that brother. I support that brother anytime I get. I love what they're doing. They're standing up for their homeland. I'm right there with you. I done been over there to them African countries. When I see them standing 10 toes down, I've given donations to some of the people. Man, we done funded orphanages to help the brothers and sisters. Farmers over there, stay on your farmland and get your crops popping, showing nothing but love. But boy, what I can't stand is a damn flea and tether who brings their asses over here and then want to talk slick to us. Man, please, those days are over. Those days are long gone. What's up, V? What's up, bro? V, hop on, V. Turn your microphone on, V. All right, V.
Hey, Tariq, are you there?
I'm here. What's going on, V?
I would just like to say I have a lot of respect for this kind of political project that I've seen over the last couple of years. You've been kind of cultivating this kind of foundational Black American asserting of identity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But a political project. What makes you think it's a political project? Because it's not political at all. But go ahead. Well, what makes you think it's political?
Maybe we have a different terms here for political, but I very much respect is what I'm saying. This entire project you've had about asserting this kind of foundational Black American identity.
Right, just a lineage, just understanding our lineage. That's all. But go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying I very much respect it because
Right.
I have not seen anyone doing what you are doing right now in this kind of overarching kind of space. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think it's very interesting, even in that contrast there, the last guy who was just speaking, that I think it was Somalian, this kind of East African.
Right.
At least what I've noticed, again, I'm an outsider here, just giving my observations. From what I've noticed, a lot of the time, or at least in the time I've been in America, there's almost this weird animosity, especially with this kind of East African diaspora towards foundational Black Americans. Almost this kind of like envy or jealousy.
Now, you said since you've been in America, how long have you been in the States?
I've only been in the States the last couple of years. I'm Italian.
Okay.
But I'm just giving you my own kind of view on things I've seen here. And I think
did you come from Italy via Canada? Because you kind of have a Canadian accent.
No, I went straight to the U.S. So again, I mean, I'm totally out of my range here. I'm making these comments. I find it very interesting that at least when I was in the U.S., kind of seeing this weird kind of animosity of some of this kind of the purely African immigrants having this kind of animosity towards the FBA, the Foundation of Black Americans.
Right.
I think that's very interesting, and so it's very good to see that this project you're doing of kind of you know what I mean, making a stand of the people who built the United States, the FBA.
Right. So, are you in the U.S. or are you in Italy now?
No, right now I'm in the U.S. Yes.
Okay. Now, why don't you have an Italian accent?
Very long story. I was originally born in the United States of America.
Okay.
My mother's Italian, and so I spent my teenage years in Italy, and I just came back here for the first time in a
Got
while.
it. Okay, because I've been to Italy. I've been all over Italy, and they have a very, very thick accent all over Italy. Even when they try to speak English, the accent is very, 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 very thick. But anyway, but I digress. But thank you so much, V. I appreciate you, man. All right, let me get some more folks in here. All right, we got a lot of people in here. Let's get Hillary Banks, and then told you Hillary Banks. What's up, Hillary Banks? And Matimba. We get Hillary Banks, told you, and Matimba.
Oh wait, is my mic on?
Oh, that Hillary? What's up, Hillary?
Yeah. Hey, as I'm not pushing any agenda or anything. It's Hillary Banks' attorney. It's a
Oh, got it.
it's a joke. I rewatched Fresh Prince and I was like, wait a minute, I think I agree with Hillary Banks. But I just had a question because I grew up. I don't know if you're familiar with Ryo Nephramin, and
What is that? Who is that?
he's a leader of a Kemetan movement, ancient Egyptian Pan-African movement over here in the U.S., based out of New York.
Okay. Okay. Well, what year did he get started?
Ooh, man, they started back in like the 60s, like the late 60s.
Is that kind of like the Yahweh Ben Yahweh, those guys?
No, Malachi York stole his he jocked his style and like turned it into some weird shit.
Okay, got it. I knew it was something.
Yeah, like if
something like okay, but
if you in the culture, you know about it at least marginally. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
But
so are you still with that organization or what?
No, I still practice the spiritual teachings of it, but I'm not a part of the cult. I like to tell people I grew up in a good cult.
Okay.
Like it was still a cult though. You feel me?
Okay.
But it was
what was the basic religion? Was it based on Hebrewism or Islam?
Oh
What was the
man, it was based on ancient Egyptian spiritual doctrine.
Okay.
Like that's the best way I could put it. It was based off the ancient Kemetan philosophy. Now the closest thing I could compare it to is Buddhism.
Okay, got it.
So it's about meditating and elevating your spirit and preparing yourself for death.
What ancient spiritual texts were they teaching? Were they teaching
the Egyptian Book of the Dead?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It was a lot of that, and he actually wrote his own book, which I like to call it the Kemetan Bible because again we're in a cult. But he wrote his own book called the Meduna Ter, which means the Word of God, and they used to call the hieroglyphics in ancient Egyptian and ancient Kemetan is called Meduna Ter. It literally just means the writing words of God.
Okay. Whatever happened to the leader of the cult?
He's still alive, actually.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, he kept a low profile. I remember when I was younger, there was a whole situation when I was about 10 or 11. There was a situation where the FBI were investigating us.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it got real. It got real. But when I say it's a good cult, the only bad thing that I could say about it is, the usual stuff like embezzling of funds and shit like that, like the money part.
Like a whole bunch of the dude's got a bunch of wives and all that.
Yeah, he got like 6 wives. And that's not even really the bad part. My dad, I got 2 mothers. My dad had 2 wives, but my dad followed it differently than he did. You know what I'm saying? They came up together, and Raul Nefer is the leader, and I got big respect for him. But he just did a lot of shady stuff with the finances and the way that he ran his house. I wasn't really, feeling like I know his children. You know what I'm saying? And they were telling me some things. Nothing like no weird sexual abuse or nothing, but just the way that he would neglect them attention wise. Like he didn't really focus on his house as much as he focused on getting that money.
Okay. Wow.
So it's classic cult shit.
Yeah. why that cult shit, man. Kind of stay away from that. But
Well,
if you got
that's
something,
why I'm not in it right now, And the interesting part is that my wife she's of German heritage, and we have mixed children.
you got a white after all that cultism, you went and got a white woman, brother.
Yeah, man. Like what? And I didn't pick it. I didn't choose it. It just the shit just happened, bro. It just fucking happened.
Boy,
And
all that comedic metnetter and
because it
hieroglyphics.
doesn't matter, because you know what they taught me first and foremost. You're supposed to love human beings.
Okay,
That's what they taught me at first. Before you're black, you're a human. Before you're fucking white, you're a person.
Man.
So I mean, and she's not the first person I loved. I've loved Thai women. I've loved Ethiopian women. I had an Eritrean girlfriend for 3 years when I was in college. She left me.
What's your background? What's your ethnic background? Where's your family from?
Native American and Haitian.
Hey, oh, there we go.
So yes, I'm a basic Black American, but my parents did some digging.
Well, you're Haitian. You're not quite. Well, you're not FBA.
Well, my grandfather's grandfather was brought here from Haiti.
Right, but it's still not FBA. It's still not Foundational Black American. So.
No, not really. Oh. I mean, unless you want to count the Native American part, but that's my dad's side is Washita Indian, and his mother is Hopi Sioux. So she's Sioux, and she married and had children with. But whole time, this is what's crazy, Tariq. Look, listen to this, right? My grandmother, until she moved to Texas to live with her mother, she thought she was Creole.
Mm.
And as a child, she was sold into, I guess, like, I can't call it modern slavery. It was just, but beyond the time, because, slavery didn't end at 1865 like they all say it did. But she was sold to a bunch of country ass white folk in Louisiana. The type of motherfuckers, like she was telling me stories last time I was talking to her, as a matter of fact, when I was over there a few months ago. She was telling us stories about how the white people that kidnapped her, would threaten her with tying her up and throwing her to the alligators, because that was something that they used to do.
Oh yeah, wow!
Like the backwoods of Louisiana, these fucking these quote unquote salt of the earth white people, they literally would, like, that shit is not a meme. They really did that shit. They really used to take our children and our fucking women and our kids and throw them into the lake and hunt alligators with them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And they would, when she would act up, they would threaten her with that shit.
Wow.
And then she moved with her mother, and she said, I didn't even know that I was Indian. And that's a weird thing too. Most Native Americans don't even, they say Indian. They don't call themselves natives.
Right.
But she said, I didn't know I was an Indian until I moved with my mom, and she told
me. I hate to land your plane. I got to get some more calls in. But yeah, interesting story. And that was funny. I had to land a brother's plane because I got to get some more of these calls in here. But the dude grew up in this black cult, with a gazillion wives and 2 and 3 mothers, and they studying ancient Kemetic stuff. And this dude went and got every race of woman. My man, that's funny. My dude, he went from whitey's on the moon to whitey's in the room. He got that white woman. My dude, I ain't mad at you, brother. He's in there chilling. I'd like to dedicate this. A rat done bit my sister Nell. A rat done bit my sister. Whitey's in my room. I can't pay no doctor bills. Whitey's in my room. 10 years from now, I'll be paying still. Whitey's in my room. All right. Whitey's in the room, brother. I ain't mad. Let me get what's your name? Matimba.
Yes. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Matimba. How are you, brother?
I'm very good. I'm Matimba Michael Shungwani from South Africa.
Yes, indeed. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good. I heard you speaking about Mr. Julius. He's a good guy, that
Yes.
one. Yeah,
Yes, I
so
love Julie. Yes.
yep, I just want to comment a bit in your debate between Ahmed from the East and you. You remember the last conversation you had with the guy with the
Yes.
Somalian guy.
Yes.
Yeah, what you said is true. The feeling because we have a lot of them in South Africa. There's a lot of Somalians here. But one thing that I want to say to you, it's not every African countries that are fleeing from their own nations. And it's not every African countries that is poor. Did you ever been to South Africa yourself?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I
You know,
really love the people.
you know how I won't say that there's much development, but you know how South Africa is developed, right?
Yeah.
You remember we didn't flee from apartheid when the white were suppressing us.
Right.
That's
Right.
what we're advocating here, that Zimbabwe must not flee from their own government. Gabon must not flee from their own government. If you can go to Botswana, one of our neighboring country, you won't believe that that's an African country. Because why? You were right when you tell him straight that don't flee from your country, fight for your own development. Because now you remember, our oppressors were white supremacy years, but now the people are oppressing their own people. It's their own
Yeah.
people, their own government. So for us, let me be honest with you. ANC, you know that the ruling party now in South Africa is ANC, right?
Yeah.
ANC is not suppressing us. I'm not an ANC member, I'm the EFF member. But what we are fighting now is the economy. Let me be honest with you. There's none person in South Africa that can sleep hungry in the stomach because our government provide for us. The only African country where the government feed their own people is South Africa. Education is free. Old age people get their money, their grant. Do you get what I'm saying? In South Africa, if you go hungry, it's by choice. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. But thank you so much, brother. I got to land your plane. Let me get some more people in here. Thank you so much. Let's get Toju. Toju, hop on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So, I wanted to ask your opinion on Pan-Africanism because I know, understandably, like some Africans showed lots of contempt for Black Americans, but I wanted to ask if it has like affected your position on Pan-Africanism.
Well, first. Now, where are you from and where are you calling from, brother? You sound like you're calling from a submarine. Are you on your way over here to the U.S. right now?
No, I'm in Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm Yoruba to be exact.
Okay. So, what I think about Pan Africanism, well, I think a lot of the Pan Africanism has kind of been one sided, and it's only been foundational Black Americans that's been pushing for Pan Africanism. On the continent, I don't think Pan Africanism is in practice because none of those countries are as unified as they should be. And even within many of those countries, the tribal groups are not as unified as they should be. So there's not a real sense of Pan Africanism in Africa. So we, as foundational Black Americans, we just don't want to continue to have the responsibility of upholding the mantle of Pan Africanism if it's only going to be one sided. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. But I would say this, in my own opinion, I feel that the younger generation are seeing, they're starting to consider Pan-Africanism more. Because I feel that it's like the older generation that hold these tribalistic views. Because I've seen more and more people talking about, unifying the black race, helping each other out, building economic ties with each other, all this type of stuff. So I feel that, while yes, you're correct to an extent that
There you
Africans
go.
don't show for, yeah?
Yes. Thank you so much, brother. Your phone is killing me. Boy, that phone is a beast, man. Let's get Panjeet in and then we'll get Somali. But let's get Panjeet. then Somali. Panjit. Panjit. Panjit, turn your microphone on, sir. All right,
I
Panjit.
think you guys are losing sight of what is truly most important here. Rest assured,
What's mo-
whether the earth is
what's?
round or flat, I will be happy to defecate on either.
Oh, okay. All right, so Panjit, you just have a little bowel movement you wanted to tell people about, right? All right. Well, at least you're being very honest, Panjit. At least you're being very, very honest, and that's why I don't eat y'all food. Okay, that's the main reason why I do not go to none of your restaurants, sir. So you just really solidified some things that I was already feeling in my spirit. All right. Anyway, thank you, Panjit. Let's get Somali in here. Let's get him in
Hey, I
here.
wanted to ask you a question about one of your previous broadcasts.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So, with the whole Whoopi Goldberg situation a year ago, you said something about the Jewish Holocaust was about race, because she said it was not about race, but you said it was 100% about race. I never really
Right.
understood why you said that. So, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, that's what the Nazis said. That's what they said. Hell, have you read Mein Kampf? That's what Adolf Hitler said in Mein Kampf. He said it wasn't about religion at all. The problem with the Jews is that they're the race. They're not white. And not only did he say they're not white, what Hitler said is that the Jewish race is a subset of Negroes. They kept referring to the Jews as niggers. You understand?
Yeah, so in his mind, the Jews are not white, but present day,
Right.
the Jews are considered white. So it
Right.
was white on white crime, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what Whoopi Goldberg said, I mean, how was it wrong though? I mean, it was white people killing white people. In his mind,
Right.
he didn't believe that the Jewish people were white, but they are white. So, I mean, how was what she said wrong when she said it was not about race?
Yeah. Well, if you listen to what the Nazis said, it was about race. It was about race. And I think she thought that she was going to try to all lives matter the situation by saying that it wasn't about race, because she said it wasn't about race. And they said, yeah, it was, which it was. That's just the long and short of it. The problem was, yeah, they're white, but they're not white enough. And the thinking with the Nazis were, yeah, they are quote unquote white, but they have a Negro strain that they can sneak into the Aryan gene pool. So that was the whole thinking at the time. So it was 100% about race. It was all about race. Had nothing to do with religion, nothing else, wealth, nothing. That was a racial cleansing in their minds. So
Okay.
according,
Yeah. Go
right,
ahead.
right. I'm just quoting them. This is what they said.
I believe
So
I,
this is what
I believe you said something about. I mean, was there a mini Holocaust committed in Namibia, something like that, in one of your older broadcasts?
yeah, the Second Reich. Yeah, the Second Reich, they did a Holocaust and a racial cleansing in Namibia. The Germans were over there in Namibia. They practiced on the black Namibians first before they did the Third Reich Holocaust in Nazi Germany. So yeah, the those German white supremacists were on one in the early 20th century.
So, although we can celebrate Hitler's actions in Europe, we cannot celebrate Hitler as a man because of what he did in Africa and Namibia and all that stuff. And that's my opinion.
Celebrate? Who's celebrating? Celebrate?
That's
That's
my
a very
opinion because to reduce the population
but
of white people, you also reduce the population of white supremacists. Because at this point, it's hard to tell when you see a white person. I mean, the lines are blurred. Is it a good white person, a so-called good white person, which I don't believe exists, or is it a suspected white supremacist?
well, that would be up to the person in question to kind of determine. But you would celebrate. I'm just trying to understand the terminology you're using. Celebrate Hitler's actions. How do you
Well,
celebrate
I
that?
personally believe that the devil can do good, but the devil is not good. So what he did, because the Jewish control. I know that you don't get into that stuff. The Jewish and all that stuff. Riza Islam does get into it, and but it's not your
Well,
field.
no,
You get
we're
to
not.
white supremacy as a whole.
No, no. You're not gonna put that on Reason now. Reason ain't never said nothing like no damn Hitler was good, and no. You're not gonna put that on my brother. Now
He doesn't say Hitler was
you don't
good, but there is an
no,
NOI
but
video.
no, no. Because see, now you're doing tether shit. All right, that's not cool.
No, he did not
That
say Hitler was good, but
that's no. See, now I don't respect the conversation. Now you're doing tether shit. You don't bring Reza's name up and then put some bullshit on him. Reza didn't say anything of the sort. Reza didn't say anything remotely close to that bullshit you said, dude. So we're not gonna do that. All right. Yeah, we're not doing this. Tether babble. See, this is why we get on Tether's cases. Y'all start babbling and just saying real weirdo ass stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. Cut that goofy ass stuff out, man. You're not doing that. Not gonna sit up here and bring that man's name up and then put some bullshit on his name like that. No, we ain't doing that. What's up, AJ? Hop on, man. AJ, hop on.
Greatly intrigued. Holy smokes. I just jumped in here and this is a fascinating space. Beautiful conversation you're having. Um,
Yes, sir.
Obviously, I am of the Caucasian skin tone, if I can say that.
Yeah, I can hear the I can hear the shepherd's pie being
Yeah,
in the back. Yes, I
my previous generations paying homage to my ancestors. They came through Canada, so actually, as far as I know, absolutely zero slave ownership in my family history. And my dad worked on a genealogy book, so not trying to.
are they French? Or your family, are
The
they
French
French?
background. Yeah, we like to drink our red wine and eat our cheese and bread. Yep, you got it, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, indeed. Yes, indeed. So what's on your mind,
Well,
man?
brother, I heard the term depopulation agenda when I came in. So just a real quick introduction. I used to direct political talk shows for 5 years in California. That was on Comcast Channel 25,
Okay.
public network, actually for a man named William Wagner, really nice guy. Learned a lot of lessons about how corrupt the government was, got his public access program, and now some of his clips are getting used in law schools to teach students, stuff about America. But he always rails against the government, what he likes to do. And the point of what I'm trying to
Okay.
say is we started learning about the vaccine agenda. And can I go biblical for just a second? Book of Revelation.
Yeah. Go
Thanks.
ahead.
So I came across Revelation 18:23, which is a beautiful and deeply disturbing but interesting verse that I think applies to our modern time. And it basically says, the bride and the groom will no longer rejoice in you, speaking of a particular nation. And I noticed the marriage rate has dropped drastically in America. And then the
Yeah.
latter half of that verse is, by your nation's sorceries, all other nations were deceived. But that word sorceries, I think it's the ancient Greek or Hebrew, but I think it was Greek, is pharmakeia. Pharmakeia is where we get our word pharmaceutical from, or pharmaceutical industry. So what industry has been lying to us for the last 3 years and even beyond that? Blew my mind. So I just had to share that post on my wall. I'm not trying to take away from the room,
Yeah.
but if anybody wants to see the post,
Right.
it's up on my wall. So thanks for having me in here. I know that's a bit of a tangent from what you were on, but that's all I'm landing the plane. Thanks a lot, brother.